Hey guys, Charlie here. Today we're going to be going over some of the reasons that Power League has become boring to me recently. Now, me personally, I was never big into Power League, but it was fun because it did feel like you were playing people around your skill level. But there were a lot of issues. There were a lot of people trolling who, after one mistake or something, would sit in the corner AFK and it'd be a 2v3, or picking a power 1 person, or just purposely feeding the enemy team, and there was a lot of problems with it. And I've seen a lot of different suggestions, putting Power League quests to make it more inviting to go play, because the bling reward is okay, but it's nothing great. And maybe voting on the map or game mode choices instead of getting a random one every time, or putting the total trophy amount needed to play Power League higher, which is not a terrible idea, but you don't want matchmaking to be too long because you don't have enough people. So I've heard a lot of different things, but I think definitely something needs to happen. And you saw earlier the graphic, even Brawl Stars was asking on Twitter what they should improve, and there were people with many different suggestions, but I think they will change it, maybe not in the next patch, but the one after, and I'm really looking forward to that. I ended up just recording the first 2 games of Power League I played, because once again, I still don't find it that interesting, so I didn't end up playing multiple games and choosing from the best 2, so it was just whatever the first 2 ended up being. Now, Power League, Power League. At least Brawl Stars definitely knows that something's wrong and knows there needs to be an update. And here we do a nice little base race. But I think Power League, honestly, if they had quests for coins, or even like some different rewards for reaching a new tier for the first time, because it does go on your profile, your highest solo Power League, and the first time you reach Mythic, maybe you got 1,000 coins. First time you reach Legendary, maybe you get 2,000 coins. Or if everyone up there already has all the coins they need, extra Mastery or extra Fame, or something besides just the bling. And the bling is great, and I'm sure some people love the bling, but I think most people would want more because it just doesn't incentivize them enough. They'd rather play ladder and get trophies to show off their total trophies, or just go do their quests on ladder, or club league, etc., etc. I've seen a few different suggestions to try and handle the power problem if someone picks power 1, for example, and I think that there isn't a perfect solution. I've seen some people say if you only have, power 6 to 9, you go in this bracket, and if you have this power, and that just seems too complicated, and it'll mess up matchmaking, and it just doesn't sound great. I think there's a couple different ways you could go at it. Firstly, I think one that would be simple, and I'm not sure how effective it would be, but you can only use power 9 and higher brawlers in Power League, which generally sounds good. You unlock a gadget and a star power, and most brawlers are good at that point, and I think that would help out quite a bit. But I know there are some players who would like to limit it to only power 11. But then again, even myself, I've been playing for years, not that hardcore, been going harder lately, but I only have, 10 or 15 out of 70 brawlers power 11. So it's not, it is enough to play, but I think the power 9 one is better, and especially better for new players that are free to play, because if it was power 11 only, it would severely limit the amount of people and the amount of brawlers that could play Power League. But I do admit that seeing like a power 1 or 2 or 3 makes me go nuts. I just don't even understand why you would pick that brawler, or if you only have low power, why you would even play Power League. But one thing that I do feel a bit sympathetic for is if you just started playing the game and you've been playing for a month or 2 and you hit that 4,500 trophies and you unlock Power League and you're like, oh cool, a new thing that I unlocked, let me go play it, but your highest power is like 7 and you have no gadgets, and you're playing Power League in gold or silver, because that's where they start you, and it's like, okay, this, someone who's been playing 4 years with 40,000 trophies should not go against someone who has 4,500 trophies and they don't have a high enough power required. So that's the argument when I see people say, at least 10,000 or at least 15,000 total trophies to play Power League. And I definitely understand that from an experienced player point of view, saying, I don't want these noobs with low power in my game, and I get that, but it's also something that keeps a new player playing longer than if it took them, 6 months to unlock. It might keep the retention on some of those new players, but again, I'm not a business guy. I'm not sure exactly what the solution is, but I do understand both sides of the argument. But once again, I'm really happy that Supercell is looking into this, because I know that they have many people thinking about this, and they're getting feedback from the community and content creators and pro players. So I'm sure they have all the info I'm saying and more, which is great to hear, because the improvements should be coming. Now, besides the improvements, I have heard a bunch of people talk about voting on map choices or voting on game modes. And I used to play Rainbow Six Siege, and you could vote on which map you wanted to play. You could actually vote on which map you didn't want to play, I think. And that was kind of cool. And, you would get 3 options, and you can choose whatever it was, which one you wanted to play or which one you didn't. And it was kind of cool, whereas right now in Brawl Stars, you just get stuck with a certain mode and map. And it does keep it random and keep you on your toes, but it would be nice to have a couple choices from random maps instead. And I think that would, bring some more life. And if someone hates gem grab, they can try not to play it. Or if they love knockout, they can try to make sure they choose it, and et cetera, and, keep the bans and all that the same. So it's not like it's OP to vote for a map or anything. It all is fair. Now moving on, I think the map choice was great. Now I think the total trophy needed for Power League thing we discussed, it's probably should be raised at least a little. The Power League quests we discussed, that would definitely make me want to do it if there was some gold I could get, or some power points, or even just, a skin that didn't require me to win all of this and save up resources to buy it. I've seen people talking about how the skin should be either free at 60 wins, or at least discounted at 60 wins, or some sort of reward, rather than just win all these games just to unlock the option to buy it. It seemed less rewarding. It's like, hey, you're welcome to buy this skin now. I didn't gain anything, just the option to buy something. There was no discount, no sale, no reward, no... Anyway, you get my point. I won't go on and on. Now, once again, I haven't played that much Power League, so I'm not super experienced in this. But I've heard from a lot of pros and streamers, content creators, blah, blah, that if you report someone, and I've heard they've reported people so many times, and it seems like the report button does nothing. They see them constantly in the games. It doesn't seem like they're being banned. But I'm also seeing screenshots of other people that are being banned, but I think usually those are more so for toxic behavior. But I think if the report button worked better, but, you wouldn't want people to just spam it on an innocent person and get them banned. But, and I'm sure Supercell has enough to do besides trying to make sure they ban the people appropriately, but it's just another thing to keep in mind, that's for sure. Get the report button working, get people, scared to go AFK or something if they get banned for a day, or, a week of Power League, or I don't know, something, if they if they're a repeat offender, they would get banned multiple times, or banned for longer amounts, or whatever it is. Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly touch on something before the video ended. If I play Power League, I get the bling rewards, but if I play ladder, I can get my total trophy increase rewards, I can get quest rewards, I can get brawl pass rewards, and a ton more. Go check out my Discord, check out Cryptic's Discord. I'm so happy you guys watched. Love you guys. Take care. Have a great day. Peace out.